Welcome everyone to this Netflix special, and today we have our guests Aaron and Craig from Review Bros. They've had a massive release with their latest pre-workout. It seems to be causing havoc all over the place. People are smashing their PBs left, right and centre. It's never before seen. So naturally we had to interview them and find out how this is possible. Welcome Aaron and Craig.
Thank you. First and foremost, a massive thank you for having me on today. I say me because unfortunately Craig's not able to make it. Obviously, as you've introduced, we're going to be talking about Rect Extreme pre-workout, a collaboration actually between us, Review Bros, and Huge Supplements. So thank you so much for having me on.
So like you heard in the intro, it's never before seen what this pre-workout's doing. People are taking it, half an hour later, they're breaking their PBs on squats, deadlift, bench, everything. No other pre-workout has been able to achieve this before. Can you just tell us a little bit about it, how you managed to make such a pre-workout?
Yeah, so obviously, myself and Craig, reviews of pre-workouts for 8 years now, 8 long years. We have studied ingredients, we've studied brands, we've studied products, we've actually studied ideologies when it concerns pre-workout formulations. And I think our heads combined lots of experience from all of this industry. We were able to formulate the original Rect pre-workout, which was a fantastic powerhouse. Crazy amount of supporters and fans and loyal people off the back of that wanted to see a release of version 2. And it's been a number of years actually since version 1 finished. And we were very happy to recently announce version 2. And the reason it really is demanding so much from the user of the pre-workout, giving so much, is because of the way we've formulated it to really encompass energy, focus and pump, and really push on the echelon of the top level of pre-workout powders. So we really were able to, with thanks to Huge Supplements, put everything on paper here, put everything to the reality of the pre-workout industry and really push the product through. So we feel we've done that. The feedback so far has been absolutely amazing, and we're very, very proud to have produced it.
Awesome. It really does sound like a genuine game changer. I know this term's thrown around a lot in the pre-workout industry or in most industries, but this one does seem like the real deal. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So what flavours can people get this in? And you were kind enough, obviously, to supply me with my own sample.
It's funny. I just wanted to actually interject here and say you look very familiar, but I just can't put my finger on where. So perhaps you've interviewed me in the past. I'm not too sure. But anyway,
maybe.
For the sake of the interview, 2 flavors. Now, what we've got rainbow candy and we've got blue raz.
Okay, so first and foremost, which is your favourite and how would you describe them?
Oh, it is a tough one. Now, you might be asking, why such a variation of flavour? Blue raz, we've always said, was the safe bet of the industry, the old school flavour. But for many, it's a safe bet. For many, it's a warm home. It's where they can come at the end of the day and they know what they're getting. It's got a unique twist on it, so it is it's really nice. I do really enjoy it. It's one of my favourite blue razes historically. And I genuinely mean that. It's got like a blueberry, blackcurrant, grape vibe to it. It's really nice, really juicy, fruity. So that's blue raz. I would say my personal favourite is rainbow candy. And the reason being is I've always been a candy fan. So what we've got here is the option of fruits, natural fruits, or sweets. And it gives the users or the consumers that choice. Apples or oranges, they're both here. So this is my personal favourite. But really, I would genuinely be happy with either. Obviously, it was something myself and Craig, we tried many iterations of these flavours and a couple of other flavours, and we were able to nail down these are the exact 2 that we are going to go forward with.
That's brilliant. And obviously, rainbow
And
candy is the one I've got the sample of here.
and what I've actually done is I've taken the liberty of just pre-mixing. So we've got no artificial colours. This is rainbow candy, and it is really tasty.
I'll give it a drink with you.
Kind of like a Skittles vibe, you know?
That's what I'm
No
getting as
nasty
well.
aftertones. What do you think of it?
Really nice, really nice. I think it's accurate to what you've said. And would you argue that perhaps the flavours, the taste, why it tastes so nice, could be a big factor why loads of people are buying it and drinking it and then subsequently smashing it in the gym?
I believe so. Now, what? There's a myth in the pre-workout industry, and I think anyone that's in the pre-workout world knows this myth, or they might even not know it's a myth. There's this historical notion around if the pre-workout tastes nasty, it works brilliantly. We've seen time and time and time again amazing tasting pre-workouts performing at peak levels. So it's not something you need to sacrifice in this day and age. A couple off the top of my head: Dark Energy, the original Crack, Excelsior. They're just to name a quick three original old school pre-workouts that delivered 10 out of 10 results, but also tasted really good. Now what I've got is also Blue Raz. Ah, so good. So good.
So basically, there is no right or wrong decision when it concerns the flavours. It just comes down to preference, but both taste really good in their own right. So it's great to know that they can't make a bad decision on that front. So now that we've discussed the flavours and how they taste, let's get into it. So how much will it cost someone to pick this up? Are there any discount codes? Where do they go to get hold of it currently?
Yeah, of course. So hugesupplements.com and you will find it there. Do make sure, it depends where you're watching in the world, do make sure you're going through the US site. Don't skip away from the US site or else it will take that product out of availability. Once you're there, using the discount code RB10, knocking 10% off, it'll cost around 54 US dollars. Now, some people will say that's quite an expensive formulation. And the reason is because it is a premium formulation. And we'll go through that in a little bit. It is a more expensive product. We did have the option to go budget, but unfortunately that would come with a budget label. It's very similar to your cars. Myself and Craig, we mention it all the time. Your car analogy. You can get your Vauxhall Corsa, you can get your Toyota Prius, or you can get your Lamborghini or your Ferrari, but you're not going to be paying the same prices for those cars across the board.
Exactly that. So it sounds to me like it has an audience, it's premium. If you can afford it, great. If you can't, get saving, because it sounds like it backs up its claims as well from what, breaking all the news stories of everyone, as I say, smashing PBs consistently without fail. It's never before seen. So I guess the next thing to talk about is what exactly is in the pre-workout that's causing people to do this?
Well, a lot of stuff, I've got to say. And I'm going to give a quick run through the label, picking out perhaps some of my favourite ingredients. So we start off with 6 grams L-citrulline for pumps. Really good. We then got 4 grams of beta-alanine for the beta tingle. That gives us that sense of, let's go. It's time to get stuff moving. It's time to go. And it gives us that sense of urgency. Betaine anhydrous 2.5 for endurance, plus a whole host of other benefits. L-tyrosine for focus and concentration and mood elevation. Alpha-GPC 600 for more focus benefits. Caffeine anhydrous 250 for energy and stimulation. Dimethylphenyllamine 200 milligrams, aka AREA, for focus, euphoria, mood elevation benefits. Caffeine citrate 150 for more energy, because a couple of people might have mentioned caffeine anhydrous is a bit lower. This tops it up with a fast-acting version of caffeine, quick energy. Decaffeine malate on the other end is a slower caffeine, so it's going to digest towards the end of your training session and keep you going longer. So there's no nasty crashes with this pre-workout, and it's going to give you another sense of endurance. Black pepper for absorption, really important in a 30-minute window to get this stuff working as it should be. Alpha-yohimbine, 1 milligram. Perfect dosage in mine and Craig's opinion. Not too high that it gives negatives, not too low that you don't feel it at all. The turbo to a car I often reference it to. It gives you a real boost of energy, aphrodisiac effects, blood flow, boom. Huperzine A, 200 micrograms for more focus and concentration. And for the avid viewer, the watchful investigative eye, we also have 2-amino, aka the DM. Now, this is in there as a primary ingredient because it gives you stimulation, euphoria, focus, highness, and it's the powerhouse of this pre-workout. You do not often see it anymore in pre-workouts, but that's about as much as I'm willing to say on the interview, other than it kicks shit.
It sounds like you guys have really got a Krabby Patty formula, so to speak. It seems like you got something special. What made you guys risk it and put it out there as a completely transparent label rather than a secret proprietary blended label? Are you not worried about other people copying this?
We've seen it before. We've seen copies of our products in the past. It's not new. It's not specific to us. Unfortunately, that's the world we do live in. Now, myself and Craig, we have the duty to the people to be honest, transparent, open with reviews. And of course, that then now comes into formulation. So for us, staying true to ourselves and staying true to our fellow fans and audience members, purchasers, consumers of the pre-workout, it's important to us that we gave it with open arms. Now, in terms of transparency on some specific ingredients in there, of course, everyone needs the choice to be able to choose what they put into their bodies. If they're looking for absolute potency, they won't need look much further at all, in our honest opinion. And we wanted to put that, pen to paper, and that be the outcome.
Awesome. It sounds like a very honourable decision. And obviously, ultimately, I guess what we need to discuss next is how would you describe the effects of this pre-workout in your own personal experience? Obviously, you've heard the news stories. I won't say it again. How do you really describe its effects?
Magical. Obviously, I am going to break it down a little bit more than that. And I'll start off with perhaps some of the lesser enjoyable parts. There's no negatives to this pre-workout. It's strong. I think the only negative that some people have, and I've had, is sleeplessness. This is a potent pre-workout. I've made the mistake of taking it too late in the day. On 2 scoops, it is a savage animal. Now, let's get pumps out of the way. I don't think many people are buying it for the pumps, but I will say the pumps are juicy on it. Are they right home pumps? Probably not, but they are. Here's where I'm at. I've used it. I don't know, 15 to 20 times, right? I don't go to the gym and think I want more pump. I don't think I could stack a bit more of this in it, a bit more of that. It delivers enough pump without going overboard. We couldn't go overboard in it because there's only so much the body can take on in one hit. Often you get the choices between pumps or stimulations. Now, we managed to do our best and kind of do a bit of both. But let's talk about the other elements we look for. So pumps is one, and it is a respectable pump package here. Where we're really singing and dancing is energy and focus. Now, what it does is it gives you a nice sense of energy, consistent endurance factor, serious push behind you to get you doing exactly what you need to do in the gym. And really, truthfully, you have to fight yourself to get out of the gym at the end. It gives you so much more in the tank. Energy, really, 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 really good, like top tier. Honestly, any more than this and you start going into negative realms of excessive heart rate, cold sweats, chills, jitters, all of those things, it pushes the top of the ceiling without going through the ceiling. Where that risk is a bit higher is the focus euphoria point. Now, for me, honestly, a scoop to a scoop and a half is perfect. 2 scoops is probably, and I'll be honest with you, it's too much for me. It's strong stuff from a euphoric highness focus factor. It is seriously a clarifier of the brain. It demists the senses. It gets you tunneled into what you're doing really nicely with a nice sense of mood elevation and well-being. Like I said, when I start going above that 1.5 scoops, it for me is strong, and I mean long-lasting, intense focus. Too intense for what I would consider a personal gym session. In terms of what it does, it really does deliver the full package. What would we have changed in hindsight from our own experiences and other people's experiences we've had feedback on? Genuinely, nothing. It's hand on heart a perfect pre-workout.
So with all this great success, how long do you intend for this pre-workout to be around? You know, obviously with it causing such uproar, I can't imagine it'll be around forever. Is that right?
That is right, unfortunately. It is a limited run. We've always spoke with huge supplements. It's always been designed to be a limited run. That's due to what's in it. It's due to the market, the industry, the lots of factors actually. With this type of formula, it's only so long that it can be around because it is a strong formula, guys. Yeah, it really is a potent one, and it is limited edition.
Well, you've answered all my questions, and I'm going to have to wrap the interview up quite soon because the pre-workout that I took, I'm starting to see in matrix code. You know, I'm starting to get a real urge to go and move some weight, and I can't sit still much longer. So we're going to have to wrap it up here, guys.
That's what it'll do to you. That's what it'll do, Greg. It is a strong one. So I suggest you get down the gym. You know, you might see Craig there. Thank you for having me on.
No worries. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me, Aaron. It's a shame Craig couldn't make it. And I'm sure we'll have you on again at some point soon with your future releases. Thank you.
Appreciate it, everyone. Thank you. Thanks. Cheers.
Could you pay me in advance?